watching The Topics. Now, our next topic of discussion today is eco-taxis. What's the problem? Now, this, I guess, refers to the idea that's being floated to use these eco-cars as eco-taxis, as if we don't have enough taxis on Bangkok's roads. Gentlemen, eco-taxis, float your boat or not, Convarone?
Let me tell you about how the Thai government works.
Okay,
and not just this government, any government at all, okay?
All right.
At any time, anyone can propose any ridiculous harebrained idea or scheme.
Yeah, there was one harebrained idea, I remember. Wi-Fi on the expressways.
Something like that. Just propose it, just throw it out there. And then somebody else would say, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
And then somebody else would say, wow, we need to study some more. And somebody else would say, let's do a feasibility study. And somebody else say, okay, yes, we need 20 million baht to do the study.
That's a good. That's not a bad. That's not bad work if you can get a slice of it. I would say.
That's not bad work. Yeah. And then right there. And then you do the study, and whatever happens, happens. It doesn't matter. But you do the study with the 20 million baht. That's how the Thai government bureaucracy works.
So it's not about
any government,
at all.
not just who cares about taxi really. It's not about taxi. It's never about taxi.
Okay.
Crystal?
Right. Interesting. But anyway, since the topic is on taxis, so we need to talk a little bit about taxis.
Right.
Right? So there are at least 100,000 taxis in Bangkok, I was told.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
that
100,000 taxis in Bangkok.
Okay.
And one of the biggest problems that taxi drivers have today is now the expensive rental they will pay for the cars and of course the fuel prices that are going up, NGV. Right, I guess so this came out somewhere to maybe buy cheaper cars, use smaller cars so that you can consume less, environment friendly, consume fuel less, maybe even reduce the cost of renting the taxis so you have more income for yourself.
Yeah, but a lot of these taxis have been converted across to NGV. They've got that big smelly tank in the back. That
NGV prices are going up.
That could blow up at any time if you get in a rear end shunt. Those are pretty fuel efficient, aren't they? I mean, they're very environmentally friendly as well, aren't they? I mean, it's just you're burning gas.
I guess, but you know, if this big tank in the trunk, where do you put the passenger's luggage?
Okay.
You have problems with
I can't see any taxi companies or any taxi drivers investing in an eco-taxi. I'm with Verona on this. This is just another huge money grab to do a feasibility study on eco-taxis.
So eco-taxis will not happen.
It will not happen, mark my word. Every government has about 4 years, maybe sometimes 2 years in charge, so you got to make as much as possible with these schemes.
Well, we're clearly in the wrong job. We're going to move on to our next topic, tablets. This is the tablet computers, now reached up to 170,000 first graders nationwide. As you know, one of the main selling points of the current government was that they were going to give one tablet, one child policy. So this is now becoming a reality. 170,000 of these tablets.
Indeed.
In the schools, in the hands of young children.
The kids must be excited.
Smudging those screens.
Originally, I think they planned for some pilots.
You've got a tablet.
Definitely not this one being distributed, right? A much cheaper and smaller version, I guess. But the plan was to start with pilot schools originally. Now they've extended this like nationwide. So they've got the first shipment going there now. 170,000 tablets. My issue with this is put the tablets in the hands of a 6-year-old kid with not enough training. It's like telling a 10-year-old boy, here's a car and you go drive.
Yeah.
You need to tell them how to use the internet responsibly. You need to tell them how to use stuff responsibly.
I mean, has anyone had a hands-on with one of these tablets yet?
I actually went to a pilot school where they did the demonstration for this. I actually sat in the classroom.
In Bangkok or in
Bangkok.
Okay.
Actually, and the kids love it. Of course, the kids love it. And trust me,
6-year-old
kids, 10-year-old kids, they know how to operate these things better than any of us. Right? And they're going to do what they're going to do. They love it, no doubt about that. But they love playing games on this.
Exactly.
How much educational value does it have? That's another question. But the problem is the teachers don't quite know how to use it.
That's right.
That's another problem. And also, you ship out 170,000 out there. Okay. The kids have the tablets. What next? Each one has a 3-year lifespan. What happened after 3 years? You buy them new tablets. During the 3 years, what happened is broken down. What happened if you need software update? Are there service center in every province, every city, every village?
This is what you spoke about just now. The government is only here for 2 years or 4 years. So 3 years is out of their plan. They're not interested in servicing it anymore.
Exactly. And you know, at the Bangkok Post, I mean, we talk about right now, that they try to establish service centers and they have experts from China because it's Chinese made.
Okay.
But the expert from China doesn't speak any Thai, doesn't speak any English. So you go in there, you say, what do you say?
What kind of, I mean, I don't know, what's loaded on these things? It's
apparently the
it's educational software, it's in Thai.
Education Ministry actually loaded some software.
Okay.
But it's an Android-based tablet, so you can actually download content, games.
So are they Wi-Fi enabled?
They are Wi-Fi enabled, but I'm not sure if there's Wi-Fi in the school.
I mean, I'm sure they must be appearing now at an MBK or a Fortune or a Panther.
Or in pawn shops.
In pawn shops near you.
Well, look, I've visited schools in rural areas. What the kids need are not tablet computers.
I'm sure.
They need books.
Yeah.
They need shoes. They need pens. They need things that they can survive on, not tablet computers. Is this a good idea? It's not a bad idea. It's not a bad idea. Is it good for Thailand, a country being what it is right now? I think we're not ready for this.
One of the excuses or the reasons that they put out was that it will actually bridge the divide between the rural and the city kids. They now all have tablets. It was one of the reasons that were there. Yeah. So does it help?
As you can see, I'm speechless with that reason.
Okay, well, let's move on then on that. Violent students is our next topic.
I hope they're not throwing the tablets at each other.
Well, maybe the older students who aren't getting the tablets are beating up the younger ones and stealing
the tablets.
You never know. Yeah. So violent students or student violence is our next topic. Now, I guess this is to do with kids in technical colleges, like shooting at each other, stabbing,
It's not just technical students anymore. So the students, something's going wrong somewhere. We had 3 kids set fire to their school in Udon Thani.
Okay.
Just because they were angry with a teacher who actually scolded them the day before.
Well, I mean, when I was a kid, we used to pull the fire alarm if we were angry. We didn't set fire to the school.
Okay, they probably don't have a fire alarm in that school. So they lit a fire and they caused an alarm. They caused alarm.
Was the school burnt to the ground?
No, I think it was not burnt to the ground. Somebody managed to put it out. There was a caretaker and all, but there was some damage to it. There was one case. The other case we had was a teacher getting beaten up by students because somebody threw ping pong bombs into the school and he was scolding them and he got beaten up senseless. And then another student got shot.
Frono, you're a smart guy. Would you ever do something like this at your school?
That's what my mom told me too. I'm a smart guy. You're the second person to tell me that. I'm very touched. Well, I mean, schools violence, kids doing this stuff. I mean, what to be said that has not already been said. Of course, it's wrong. But my perspective is this. This is how I think about it. Children in any society is but a reflection of the adults.
Right.
Children burn down buildings, they probably see adults do it.
Ah, yes. There was a lot of the news.
Children
You really want to go there?
Hey, I'm not
Was it
identifying anyone.
Thani or
Udon Thani?
Children shooting, beating up each other, they probably see adults doing it.
Okay.
Right? I'm not talking about any particular group. I'm saying all groups.
Okay, there has been a history of burning down buildings in Udon Thani in recent memory.
And northeastern, and in Bangkok.
Exactly.
Yeah, I remember.
And in Bangkok too. So, yeah.
People shooting each other, people beating each other up, people screaming at each other, people not using reason and intelligence, instead using physicality and emotional to handle issues. These are things that children see adults do all the time. On the streets, in parliament, in government, in uniforms, whatever, wherever. They are but a reflection of ourselves. You want to help them, you want to fix them, you want to teach them the right way, first do it to yourself. Be an example. That is all. Don't point fingers. Well, who are you going to blame this on? Blame it on the Farang? Blame it on Thaksin? It's over there in Dubai or wherever in the US? No, it's each and every one of us.
Sure. Well, we're facing up some issues here.
Agreement with that. I'm totally in agreement with that.
I'm trying to find something to argue about.
I'm totally in agreement with that. So how do we solve the issue? We get the adults to set good examples. How do we get the adults to set good examples?
We don't have any power. We're just 3 guys sitting here.
Get everyone to film viral videos in 50 years.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you know how it is in our ever-changing society. It's getting more competitive. People are getting more desperate. Money, cash is king. I mean, you drive down the road, people cut you up. They don't let you out. You try to do business with people. They're always looking for a backhander. Things are not what they should be in Thailand right now. So maybe this is just a reflection of the breakdown in our society.
Exactly.
So how do we reverse it? Maybe we don't. Maybe we just ride it out to the end and see what happens. See where we end up. Yeah. Get a bigger gun than the next guy. I'm just
a
saying.
wild, wild
I'm just saying. It's a
Southeast
wild, wild west here, you know. Yeah.
that's
I mean,
gonna
it was
be
pretty
really,
wild
really
when I
dangerous.
arrived here 15, 16, 17 years ago. It got sort of semi-civilized for a while, but now it seems that it's gone totally the other way. Yeah, and especially after you look at the events of the last few years.
You know,
Anything
when I
goes.
first came here, like about 8 years ago, people were telling me, "Oh, kun Thai chai di, kun Thai chai di, good, nice people." But I'm seeing very much less of that right now, especially when you're on the road.
I think the whole JD, I'm smiling, the famous Tao smile thing is a little bit of a misnomer, because I just take people's road manners driving a car as an example.
As a Thai, let me defend the Thais here.
Yeah,
I
go
mean,
for it.
true is Thai smile, Thai
Yeah.
kindness, and true those are PR campaign.
Yeah.
Those are just one image. The Thai people is not no different from anyone else in the
Yes.
world. There are many layers. Sometimes we smile, sometimes we frown, sometimes we say nice things, sometimes we say bad things. Sometimes we give you things, sometimes we hit you at the
With
back
a
of your
rock.
head and
Yeah.
steal your stuff. It
Yeah.
happens everywhere in the world. We
Yeah.
just take this whole Thai kindness, nicety, smiles, and we just ran with it too much. Stop reading tourist brochures.
Yes. Yeah. Well,
Experience Thailand for yourself. It's no different from any other place. And it's a lot better than many places.
okay. Well, I'll settle for that. I mean, I'm still enjoying my time here in Thailand. I'm still
Why else would we be
It's still
here?
a great
Yeah,
place.
yeah,
It's
yeah.
still a great place.
Oh, I'm not going anywhere. I'm here for life, I think.
We're running out of time, so we move into a break. But coming back, we'll talk about the cops and them using spy cameras. Perhaps they'll now see how not nice we are.
Okay.
See you later.
They can never break your pride.